Hey there everyone, this is Jerry Fleming with Sante Divino, trying wine number 48. As usual, I have to remind you to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Sante Divino, Serdevino. So we're just trying wine number 48. So we're going to do a mix it up. We're going to do a Cotes de Bergerac from Couleurs. It is a 2017 white. This one, before we go any further, is definitely a dessert wine. As hands down what it's made for. It is very heavy, sweet, has like honey-like qualities to it and like a buttery smoothness to it. So I can totally imagine this going with a nice apple pie or peach cobbler or something like that. But yeah, let's get into the flavor profiling before I tell you too much more about it. So for whites, I typically don't like to use the Venturi. It's really sweet and they're meant to be really sweet. And like I chilled this one for quite some time. It's a wonderful little like trick. So let's check out the sugar content on this bad boy. So I don't know if you can see the amount of legs on it, but if you wanted to like take a look right here, it's definitely a lot of sugar. So if you want to just take a look right here, it looks really good. Definitely a bunch of sugar in this one. Just sticks to the walls. It is just not coming down, especially with it nice and chilled. I chilled it in the freezer for a little bit because it's nice and hot here in Bordeaux. Currently staying at Hostel 20. Wonderful little hostel. I definitely have been staying here for a little bit longer than a typical person would. It's been about 2.5 weeks, so I'm going on 3, and then I'm heading on to Costa Brava. Was at Sante de Couleurs. That is going to be a wonderful little journey. I will be trying a bunch of the cava. I'm looking forward to that because I unfortunately didn't get a chance to make it to Champagne region this time on my trip. But I can always go to another one. Europe is going to be here. Champagne won't go away, and the grapes hopefully won't go extinct from disease. So here we go. This is very aromatic, but not like too strong as far as the flavor goes. It's just very smooth, like smooth sweetness. Very heavy, don't get me wrong, it definitely gets to your nostrils, but there's no tartness to it. It's like a sweet, just like I said, honey. Just a very thick, like molasses-like type of flavor almost. Definitely some light fruit. I would say pears, and definitely, I always get apple cider whenever I taste a white wine, so that's usually what I get there. Ooh. Yeah, that is really smooth. It is so much better when it's nice and chilled. I had it earlier just a little bit when it was kind of chilled. This one's like chilled perfectly. Ooh. Definitely goes with something nice and heavy. You need a heavy, sweet dessert. It says foie gras would go with it, or even an aperitif. But I can't see this going before a meal, honestly. This is definitely for desserts. Some sweet, some savory, like sweetness. Something super rich. I mean, like a fruity apple tart. Like I said, peach cobbler. I don't know, I'm trying to think of tarte de frutas and one of the boulangeries. You can definitely use your imagination. It's something like a light fruitiness, but like very sweet still. Or even like a cheesecake with fruit. I can totally see this one. Oh. Yeah, definitely getting that honey, that light little bit honey flavor with the white fruits. It's absolutely wonderful. So I can't really say anything more besides it has a nice buttery texture, a little lighter in the alcohol than I think. So I like being this sweet. I always think port. But it literally has the sweetness of a port, but has the alcohol content of like a little bit lower. So it's 11.5%. Typically, like around 12 is what we'd expect from a white wine. A little bit lower than I'm used to for sure. So this one I'm like a fan of it, definitely, but it's just not for this time of the day. I just finished my meal and like I'm trying this. It's delicious. Don't get me wrong, but definitely I'd like it with like a little bit something sweeter. But I definitely appreciate you guys watching. Please follow, subscribe, and like all our photos and videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Sarah Divino's a name, Serdevino, and wine's the game. So, please follow us, like I say, and Sante.